And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no.
Hey guys, it is just like 6:21 right now on Thursday, October 6th, 2022, and I'm getting ready to do the bike. And I have no trainers with me besides a box of tissues. But let's do this. So it is just before 7 o'clock. This is what the bike is looking like. This is what the rings are looking like. And yeah, happy Thursday.
Funny how the distance makes it feel like you're right here. I never thought I'd be the one to say that I can feel your presence with me though you're not around. I'm carrying you with me anyway. And you say you are not alone in this world. You are not alone. Every now and then the missing you gets hard to bear. So damn much brings me.
Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It is 9:13 on Thursday, October 6th, 2022, and today is World Cerebral Palsy Day. I have some thoughts on this as a 25-year-old with cerebral palsy. I will share those in a minute. But first, I'm going to call my good friend Lisa, who also... Sorry, stop.
Okay.
Who also has cerebral palsy, because we hang out and chat every single day. Well, Monday through Friday. But yeah, I'm going to hang out with her. And also my niece is here, but they're on the way to my grandma's right now because my mom gets my grandma out of bed every morning, and so they're off doing that, and so I have a little bit of free time, so I want to hang out with my friend while I can do that, and I can chat about CP literally anytime. So I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit later. Okay, I'm back, and I'm here to talk about my thoughts and feelings on World's Cerebral Palsy Day as an almost 26-year-old young woman. First and foremost, let me just say that this is my opinion. This is how I feel, and everybody's entitled to how they feel. And honestly, I would love to have a conversation in the comment section about how you feel. So first and foremost, if you're new here, hi, my name is Emily. I am 25 years old. I'll be 26 in April, and I have spastic diplegia. Cerebral palsy is my technical diagnosis, which means that where the damage was in my brain when I was born, resulted in my legs being affected more so than my arms. But having said that, as I've gotten older, I feel that my arms are also affected, but they're not my main, even I could do things with my left hand that I can't do with my right hand, and my right side is the side that's affected more. My left side is my dominant side, but spastic diplegia, cerebral palsy is my main official diagnosis. I'm sure if I wanted to, there's a whole process of maybe going through the diagnosis process again, but honestly, at this point, I do not feel that's necessary. I'm just more, being I'm gonna wake up today and like, how can I best make it through the day? Because like some days it's great, and then other days I have a day like yesterday where I couldn't pick up my coffee mug without my hands spasming, and I have to use a straw for my coffee. But anyway, it's okay. So as far as my thoughts on awareness days and, go green or, paint the town green for CP or whatever, I think it's great in some respects because, people are aware of it. They may look and they may see, oh, there's a person in my church who's in a wheelchair who has CP, or oh, there's a person in my school, or my neighbor down the street, or something, right? Like, and they may be like, that's cool, let me ask them what they go through on a daily basis. But honestly, that's about it as far as why I like them, because for me personally, every day is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day, and every day is, Paint the Town Green, because CP literally affects me from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, every day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Even as something as simple as picking up my coffee in the morning to take a sip out of it, even though that's something new, I'm like, that didn't bother me before. Or, getting equipment for my wheelchair so I can be comfortable. Learning how, the biggest thing for me within the last year has been learning how to adapt things so I can be an aunt. Hold on, I have to let my dog in 1 second. He's whining to come inside. So I would say the biggest takeaway for me within the last year, so like the biggest change, is the fact that I'm now an aunt to 2 beautiful nieces, and I have had to learn how to adapt things so that I can help them in the best way possible, and I could be present in their lives and, play with them and, hand them a water bottle. I can't physically change their diapers or their outfits or whatever, but I can, fill a water bottle from the fridge, or, grab a toy, or, sing a song with them. We love music. We love the speaker over there. We love YouTube Kids. We have dance parties all the time. I can't show it here because I choose not to show my nieces on YouTube, but I have a lot of videos of my parents pushing me around the house, and my nieces sitting on my lap and having a great time and laughing and blah blah blah, and they love my chair. They come straight to me now. They try to play with the buckle, and I'm like, oh, wait till you figure out that actually opens, just stuff like that. So honestly, that's been the biggest takeaway, and I've looked to mothers who are disabled to help me with that. And obviously I'm not a mother. They're not my children, but I am very involved in their lives, and I do want to be present with them as much as I possibly can. So, I'm taking little hacks that I've learned, along the way. But honestly, it's changed over the years. Like, I remember when I was like, a teenager, like 14, 15 years old, like people would be like, oh, well, you have to be independent. You have to be able to do this. you have to be able to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then when I was, I think 20 or 21, I don't quite remember, because it was in like February of 2019, I finally got off the waiting list for the PCA waiver from my state. And I was able to, which I had applied to when I turned 18, and I had gotten off, I believe, when I was 20. So I was on there for quite a while. But now it's like hiring caregivers and learning how to communicate my needs to other people, and, hanging out with caregivers, and like, how that dynamic works, and, again, communicating my needs to other people. And, as I get older, it's less about, oh, well, I have this many hours a week of therapy. I haven't been to a clinic therapy setting in God knows how long. More, it's like, oh, well, how can I communicate my needs so somebody can help me be successful, and then what can I do while still being independent and being able to do that, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, what am I going to figure out for the future? Because, again, at least for me, in my opinion, it was, and I wouldn't say that it was by my parents. I think it was more by the school system that I was in, that, you have to be independent, blah, 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 blah. And yes, independence is great, but you know what? There's always going to be somebody to help, whether that's hired help, whether that's, a neighbor down the street or something. Like, there's always going to be some sort of help. Yes, there may be a shortage right now, which that's a whole nother conversation, but there's always going to be someone to help. So now it's like another layer of like trying to communicate your needs, and, working on that and stuff like that. So I would say that's what I'm working on this past year, from last World CP Day to this year, is trying to communicate my needs. And then it's also just like not like worrying about the future, because if I did that now, I wouldn't, those of you who know me know I have crippling anxiety, and it's literally the worst, and it's very debilitating. Some days I believe it's more debilitating than my cerebral palsy, because, that's just me. So if I worried about what I'm going to do at 30, 40, blah, on and on and on, rather than today, right now, I wouldn't be living, because I'd be like, oh my God, what am I going to do, And it's easier said than done. It really is. I try to be present, but sometimes at night it's like, what am I going to do when, my mom's not here? Or, where am I going to live? Am I going to move out on my own? Am I going to live with one of my siblings? Am I going to get married? There's just so many things, so many things. It's like, oh my gosh, that it's really hard. But I would say as the years go on, it's less about, hey, it's Awareness Day, and it's more about, what am I going to do as I get older? And, what sort of accessibility am I going to face? Because, you know what? And I'll say this, because this is kind of what I wanted my video to be about today, is I would love to travel. I was getting my nails done yesterday, and there was 2 women there who talked about their trips out west to see like Yellowstone National Park, to see like all of this stuff out there, all of the beautiful stuff, and just everything. And, I would love to travel. Last time I traveled anywhere far other than by car was in 2018 when I went to Las Vegas, Nevada for my 21st birthday. We went for Labor Day weekend. My godfather took me. He's my uncle, but he's also my godfather. He took me because he wanted me to go to Vegas. So that was the last time that I flew anywhere. I want to go back to Disney. There's like so many things I want to do. I do have people out in California that I would like to visit. But the fact that there's people who can't have their wheelchairs be on an airplane without them getting smashed to smithereens, and then the fact that there's people who have to literally crawl on the floor to be able to get to the bathroom because they're disabled and they don't have an aisle chair. That's holding me back. I refuse to fly. I don't want to put myself in that situation. And I know it's probably like, oh, well, you're letting them win, or you're letting the fear win. No, I'm not. It's not just about me jumping on a plane. Again, I need help and I need somebody to go with me. For multiple reasons, not just, whatever. There's multiple reasons that go into that. And I'm just not willing to put myself in that position right now. So it's less about, wear green to support cerebral palsy. That's amazing. I love that. And I have people that have done that in my life for me and are doing that today for me, which I love. But it's more about, hey, let's make air travel a little bit safer for people with disabilities. So, our friends can go have fun, and then we can go to Disney World, and we can go to Nashville, and we can go to wherever, anybody wants to go. You know what I mean? So that's on October 6th, 2022. That's where my head is at with World Cerebral Palsy Day. As a 26-year-old, as a 25-year-old, almost 26-year-old with cerebral palsy. And again, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. You guys have been with me for a very long time. And, I love you. And if nobody's told you this today, you're awesome. And I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.